has had international study experiences and internships in Japan and Cambodia, and was awarded in 2012 with a QUT Student Leadership Award. Please make welcome the student representative, Jonathan Grove.
Acting Chancellor, our distinguished guest speaker, other members of the official party, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. To begin, I'd like to extend a sincere thank you to our guest speaker, Elsa Shepherd, for taking the time to share her wisdom and knowledge with us today. Your call for us to use our skills to work for the communities around us and leave the world in a better place is one particularly close to my heart, and I thank you for sharing those sentiments. I'm honestly in awe that I'm actually here at my graduation from university and at our graduation from university. If any of my fellow graduates are like me, they too must have had moments where it felt like this day would never come. You see, despite enrolling as a full-time student, it has in fact taken me 7.5 years to complete my bachelor degree. So, not only am I amazed to be here, but I'm astounded that I'm the student representative, with the opportunity to reflect briefly on my time at QUT. When I was asked last month to fill this role, my initial suspicion is that QUT automatically selects whoever's taken the longest to finish their degree. A way of saying, good on you mate, you got there eventually. I'm fairly sure that's not actually how it works, so you may be wondering yourself, how did this guy get picked for this anyway? I think the answer to that is that I stopped asking that question 2 years ago. Let me explain. In my first year of university, I signed up for the QUT chapter of Engineers Without Borders. The organisation appealed to me, using engineering to make the world a better place. I floated around for a few years, getting involved where I could, but then at the end of year AGM in 2008, I sat silently as they called for nominations for executive positions. I wanted it so badly to be the president or the vice president or the treasurer, any of those positions. But I sat there telling myself that no, there must be other students better than me for this. Someone with better grades, or better organisation, or who didn't procrastinate as much as I do. I let the opportunity pass me by, and I drifted away from the chapter. I watched over the next few years as the chapter itself began to fade, until some passionate students restarted it in 2011. Finally, I expressed my interest in the position of chapter president. I told them I thought I could do a good job. That was only half true. I was still full of self-doubt and feeling like there must be somebody better. But before I knew it, I was being introduced to other EWB members as the new QUT chapter president. I share that story because that was the moment for me that I stopped telling myself that I wasn't good enough for something and decided to just leave that decision up to others. To put myself out there, stick my hand up, and let those in charge decide whether I'm suited for the role. In the space of 2 years, that outlook has taken me to a research internship at Hokkaido University in Japan. I study tour to Cambodia, attending or even presenting at conferences in Adelaide or Melbourne, an amazing undergraduate position that's led to an even better graduate position in Sydney, where I move next weekend. All of this with a GPA of 4.578. That's right, I put the average in grade point average. Graduates who have completed their studies with a stellar GPA, the 6s and 7s, the honour students, I congratulate and applaud you, I really do, that's not an easy fix. But one of the greatest lessons I've learned during my time at QUT is that your outcome in life is shaped most by the opportunities that you take or create for yourself. The number of times you put your hand up and take a risk. And when the worst that somebody can do is say no, there's never a reason not to try. QUT have been preparing us for the real world. And the truth is that the real world is ours for the taking, ours to shape, make our mark on, and leave in a better way for those who will come after us. So as we as graduates stand before you, ready to begin the next chapter of our lives and enter the real world, it's our great honour to thank our family, friends and loved ones who have supported us on this journey. For all those nights that we never came home because we were stuck in a 24-hour computer lab, slamming down cans of Red Bull, eating cold pizza, tearing our hair out because Space Scouser 12D just crashed and took our assignment with it, we have to say thank you. You sacrificed much of yourself and your time with us to help us get here today. So graduates, would you please stand with me as we express our gratitude to our loved ones by way of applause. Thank you very much.